Hey everybody, it's Patrick. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I talk about long hair. Please stay tuned till the end of this video. It's a really short one this week. I have a poll at the end of this video asking about what you come to my channel for. It's going to help me make some decisions about what I do with this channel going forward. So if you want to help me out, it would definitely help me out if you would just stay till the end. It's just one question and it's on a poll, and it will be right at the end of this video. The hair care industry is an industry, much like just about everything else, about sales, especially hair care products. Hair care companies want you to buy their products, they want you to buy a lot of their products, and they're willing to do a lot of selling to get you to do that. We're in a time where a lot of people are very cognizant of what products contain and what they don't contain. They have a lot of opinions from the internet and other places about what the chemicals or the ingredients inside of your products do or don't do, how they can harm you or help you. So I wanted to cover three completely inaccurate things, maybe even close to lies, that a lot of hair care companies put on their packaging in order to get you to purchase products. Now, I do want to say that this is not saying that any of these products that have these claims are bad for your hair, that they don't work in some way, that they don't make your hair feel good or look good. But just keep in mind that a lot of the rules and regulations, especially in America, about packaging means that there's a lot of wiggle room for what products can say about what they do and what they contain. Now, the first thing I always like to remind people about hair is that your hair, when it has grown out of the hair follicle, is essentially dead. It's just like your fingernails. It is not something that is going to be healthy or unhealthy. You can be healthy or unhealthy, and your hair can reflect that. You can lose hair because of illness or bad habits. Your hair can look dull and lifeless because of things that you eat or drink or consume. But the hair itself doesn't have any life to it, and that is my first misclaim, lie, whatever you want to call it, which is that nothing is going to repair your hair. Now, when I'm talking about hair repair, I'm not talking about making your hair look shiny or making it look smooth or making it look bouncy or giving it color when it didn't have color. All those things are, of course, things that topical products can do. But usually when we're talking about real damage to your hair, we're talking about split ends, we're talking about brittleness that results in your hair fraying all the way up the hair shaft, that leads to that frizziness. There is no way to repair a hair follicle once it is damaged. You can make your hair smoother, you can make your hair feel softer, you can make it shinier, but for the most part, what causes your hair to be broken can't be repaired, and that's usually split ends, which need you to cut them off. You need to go to a professional, or you can do it yourself to get split ends cut off in order to repair that. So if you see any products that say that they are repairing split ends, especially, or hair care repair or hair repair, it's really not something that's happening. It can improve things like the texture, the shine, the look, the volume, the appearance of volume in your hair, but it's not doing any actual reparation, because your hair is a dead thing. Your hair, it would be like repairing a hole in your sweater by putting some sort of topical product on it. There's just no way for that to happen. Now, consumers are very aware of the ingredients that are contained within products, and a lot of the things that we talk about are, we want products that aren't harsh on our bodies, inside our bodies, on anything that, like on our hair. So another thing that products will claim is that they are all natural. Now, in other countries, this may be different, but in America, all natural is pretty much a catch-all that doesn't really have much meaning. There is no weight behind it. There are some rules and regulations in terms of calling something organic. So if you want to avoid, say, pesticides, or if you want to avoid certain types of, if you want to avoid animal products, let's say, you could get all vegan products. But when you're talking about all natural, that doesn't have any value one way or the other in terms of your hair care, and really in terms of your lifestyle. What natural ingredients are in an all-natural formula? it's impossible to tell. You can look at the ingredients, but then again, you can look at the ingredients without seeing that all natural label. And just because something is natural doesn't mean that you want to put it on your hair. I've said this before, but my cat leaves me presents in her box every morning. I don't want to put that in my hair, and that's all natural. So it's a totally meaningless term. So when you're looking for products or when you're talking about products, don't insist on all natural. Be much more specific about what you're talking about. You can say you want something that is pesticide free or not tested on animals or not containing animal products. That's a really specific thing that you can look for and that you can find really good information about. But don't be fooled by all natural. It's totally meaningless and it's not going to help you get a better product. And the final thing is fragrance free. This is something that I just learned about. I was looking up about some topics about this video, and I did not realize that fragrance free did not mean free of fragrance, which you would think it would. Fragrance free just means that there is no note of a fragrance that is meant to be smelled above all others. So if something has the fragrance of strawberries or the fragrance of musk or whatever, that's a fragrance that's been explicitly put into a product to smell that way. Fragrance free just means that the fragrances added to your product are simply masking the smell of the chemicals made to create the product. Doesn't mean that there aren't any fragrances in it. Now, there are some true fragrance-free products out there. You can look that up, but it does take a lot more looking for them, and they tend to be quite a bit more expensive. So if you're worried that fragrances are going to somehow harm your scalp or harm your hair or make you break out or are bad for you, just be careful about anything that claims to be X-free. Sulfate-free is another one of those terms that, no, there aren't any sulfates of a particular type in shampoos, but there may be other surfactants or other chemicals in your products that are doing just the same thing, cleansing agents, etc. So definitely do your homework when it comes to the chemicals that are in your hair care products or any of the products that you eat or consume or put on or in your body, and what that means, what the labeling means. So hair care products are just like any other product that you would buy. You are basically required to do all of the research and insight yourself, and definitely look for places that don't have anything to sell you before you start making decisions on what they're saying in terms of packaging, in terms of ingredients, in terms of what the ingredients do to your hair and to your body. If someone's trying to sell you something, or if they are associated with someone who's trying to sell you something, then more likely than not, they're probably going to give you information that will push you towards purchasing that thing. Thanks so much for joining me. I have a question for all of you, and if you have stayed till the end of this video for this poll, thank you so much. It's going to help me. I am getting close to, I believe, 120 videos on long hair, and while I do still love the subject, it can be a little bit difficult to come up with ideas for it and to keep the enthusiasm going for it. And I noticed that a lot of the folks who are coming to my channel now are either first-time people who have looked up a question on an old video, or they're people who come for my videos no matter what. So my question to you is, do you come here for just the hair videos and no others? You're not interested in the others. Just the other videos, but you happen to watch these long hair videos as well? Or it doesn't matter, whatever videos are on this channel is fine by you. So those should be up in one of the corners here, just a little poll. If you'll take that poll, that will certainly help me out. If you really like these hair care videos and you are interested in watching them, then certainly just let me know that you're here for hair care videos, or no matter what. But if the other videos interest you a lot more, and this isn't something that interests you at all, that also helps me a lot. Thanks so much for joining me this time. I am here every Tuesday talking about long hair. As you might have guessed from the poll, I do a lot of other things on this channel. There are a lot of interesting characters who show up. I have Sullivan Spaniel, who wants to be famous. I have George, who talks about self-esteem, and we make 3-ingredient recipes on this channel. So if you're not a subscriber, I would love it if you'd subscribe. I'm talking too fast. There's a link down below that you can press. Thank you for joining me this time, and I'll see you again next time.